Hi, Nancy Burt-Preece here, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm live on my Facebook page, and I will be also putting this on my YouTube channel. So here's my information. If you haven't joined my Facebook business page, please do. We do fun challenges and giveaways, and it's just a fun time. My YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, watch to the end, and share with all your crafty friends. So today, I shared this at my team meeting yesterday. This is a Quilters star, and it looks very difficult, and it's actually relatively easy. So we're going to start, and let me show you how we're going to create it. I have some strips. This is the perennial lavender paper, which I do love. I have 1/2 inch by 6 inch strips, and we'll choose those in a moment. I have a 3 by 3 white square. I have a piece of designer series paper, and you can see on one I use that side and one I use that side. And that is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4 because it'll just fit right there. I have an inside. I always like to have a little bit of inside. And that is 5 1/2 by 3/4. I have an inside white that's 4 by 5 1/4. And my regular cardstock, this is Highland Heather. It is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Now, a couple of other things you need. Oh, and I'll show you that in a minute. Is you need, I think I have 5, but you need 4 3/4 inch squares. And this is to mat, and that is 3 1/4 square. Okay, so let's start with this first. I actually try to draw the lines on here just using a ruler. Oh, that's going to be easy. It's not. So what I ended up doing is putting it right in the track and putting the pencil line right through with my pencil, just going straight down. And that was successful, and I got them relatively straight. So you basically corner to corner, corner to corner. What you're going to do is you're going to need your 1/2 inch by 6 strips. I like that green on that one, so I'm going to put green, and I like a purple. And then this one is pretty vibrant, and I probably need something a little bit less vibrant. Maybe I'll do that. Or maybe I'll do, instead of that, I'll do that. I like that one better, I think. Okay, so you pick 4 that you like. And then what I do is I lay them out. I watched a couple of different people make these. I'm not sure who originated this. So I'd give them credit, but I really don't know. I'm going to put 2 down. And you notice they're right on either side. Don't worry if they're not perfect position right now. That's totally okay. Then I'm going to pick a purple one because it's going to go the other way. And I'm going to go under and over. So you see I went under and over. And this one I'm going to go under. Let's do it right. And over. So you just do one little weave. That's it. So you've got them so they're coming off. And I try to line them up if I can so that they're close. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of heat. I use the liquid glue because you can wiggle it with this kind of a card. And I'm going to just make sure I'm getting that straight on that line. I'm going to lift up the bottom. Put a little bit more adhesive. That was a lot. Don't put as much as I just did. Because look, it's coming out the other side. Luckily, these will be together, so it shouldn't be an issue. So I have that one. Why do I always do the bottom two? I don't know. That's just, I don't think it makes a difference. I think some of my team did it different ways and it didn't make a difference. So if you are interested, I do have team meetings. Sometimes we get together. Sometimes we meet on Zoom. We have team projects, team challenges. It's a lot of fun. And another wonderful part about being on the team is, of course, you get the discount and you get to see all the materials sooner than anyone else. So if you think you'd ever want to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, we'd love to have you. I think I have one of the best teams. I'm sure every team leader says that, but I really do believe I do. So we would love to have you on our team. If that's something you think you might be interested in, please reach out. Sometimes Stampin' Up! Has specials for joining, but every day is a good day to join because it's just $99 and you get a lot of stuff for that. And then, you try it. If it's not your thing, that's totally okay. See, I'm really getting way too much glue on there. So let's move this one in. See if I can line it right up. I'm going to take that glue right off. Quick. Okay, excuse me. Now I'm going to add just a smidge more. Hello, Tammy. I'm glad you're here live. So that's what it looks like. Got a little tickle in my throat there. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to cut off the edges. Now you can save them to use in another project if they're long enough. I will probably just recycle these because they're kind of small. But it's a personal preference on that. Okay, now I might go it this way so that this part looks like it's going the correct way. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use, this is on an online exclusive, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss folder. These to go through the mini. I'm going to use this one, but I have both of them. What I'm going to do before I do that, I almost forgot this part. I have to glue. It's kind of a cheaty part, but not really. It's whoever created this was brilliant, if you ask me, because you probably go, how did she cut all of those cardstock pieces just exactly the way they're supposed to be? Well, the fact of the matter is she didn't. These 3/4 inch white squares that go right on the bottom. Now, right now you can see them, but wait till I run it through with the embossing machine, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You're going to be amazed at how those kind of go away. Because if you really look closely, okay, yeah, maybe. But when you first look at this card, you don't see that. Another hint that my team helped me know too is that you need to, oh great, I'm glad you like the card. You need to let this sit for just a minute. If you try to move it too much, these could move in the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I'm going to move that over to the side. And while I'm waiting on the front, this one, I'm going to stamp thank you. And this is from Simply Said. I really like this stamp set because it has all the important sayings that you need. And it looks pretty, when you look at it, you're like, oh, whatever. But it's great because it has everything you need. Thank you, birthday, thinking of you, hello, let's celebrate. It has everything. Just a note. So I'm putting thank you on the bottom. And I'm going to, I like this side. Now, once I put that on there, I'm like, oh, I really like that. This side is pretty too. It's very neutral. And it's a personal preference, which one you like. But I decided I really liked this one. That is just a pretty, I love the paper anyway. Then I'm going to, I think this looks pretty good. I'm going to do it off camera, but I will show you the sandwich. So I'm going to have my base, and you can see this is well used. One cutting plate. This is going to go in here. And then another cutting plate. The first time I made this, I didn't run it through enough. I just ran it through once. And I find if you run it through once, go backwards, run it through again, you're going to get a better impression all the way around. Because if you look at this one closely, I didn't get as much impression here as I did on this one. And let's see how I did here. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, so I'm going to move that to the side. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the mat. Now, before I do that completely, you notice this one sticks out just a teeny tiny bit. That happens sometimes. It might move a smidge when I am putting it in the Stamp Cut and Emboss machine. So I'm just going to trim that off. Let's see if I can get it. It's harder on camera than it is when you're not on camera. I think that's pretty good. Isn't that? It's easy. It really is. Just a little bit of fuss, not a lot. And I'm going to adhere it right here. And I'm going to finish it off with some of these purple gems. I like these shimmer gems. They're really pretty. And I am going to try, this is more of like a dark raspberry color, and I think that's really kind of striking. You can use any color you want. I've seen different people make these. Oh, I'm going to show you a little thing. I'm going to turn it to the other side and scoop it up. And I've seen people use this, and they tend to stick with the dark purple, which is gorgeous. But I think this just, I'm having trouble with that one. I got a little glue on my finger. It just adds a little bit of color here. Now, if they're not completely, that one is irritating me, so I'm going to get a different one. There, that one's a little bit better. So they're all a little different, but it's an easy, fun card. And I'm not going to do this on camera, but all I did is add a little bit of DSP on the inside so that you can go ahead and write your message. So I hope you give this a try. It is not a hard card. Remember, the white is 3 inches. The purple mat is 3 1/4 inch square. This part, I always have to look, is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then this is your regular card base. So I hope you give it a try and have a great day.